Hey there, coin hunters. Quick question, what if I told you that a tiny, everyday penny could be worth more than your car? Maybe even your house. Yeah, I know, sounds wild, right? But stick with me, because today we're diving into the mysterious and incredibly valuable 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Could this humble coin be your ticket to financial freedom? Let's find out. So here's the deal. Back in 1987, the US Mint churned out millions of pennies, as usual. Most of them were pretty ordinary. But every now and then, a little hiccup, or shall we say, a minting oopsie, creates a rare gem. Enter the no-mint mark penny. Now, most coins have a tiny letter stamped on them, like a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But if your 1987 penny is missing that letter entirely, hold on to it. That tiny flaw. It's like winning the coin lottery. Alright, before we get into the juicy numbers, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my old junk drawer, you know, the place where random batteries and ancient receipts go to die. I found a handful of pennies, and one caught my eye. No mint mark. I thought, could this be one of those rare coins I've read about? Long story short, it wasn't. It was just a regular old penny. But hey, the dream was alive for a solid 20 minutes. And that's the beauty of coin collecting. Every time you check your change, there's a little thrill. What if this is the one? Now, back to the 1987 no-mint mark penny. Here's why it's so special. The no-mint mark usually means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. While this isn't always rare, certain errors can make these coins one of a kind. Maybe the die used to stamp the penny was flawed. Maybe there was an issue during production. Whatever the reason, collectors are willing to pay big bucks for these unique finds. So, how much are we talking here? Drumroll, please. Depending on its condition, a 1987 no-mint mark penny could fetch anywhere from a few hundred to over $1 million at auction. That's right. Million. Imagine buying a coffee with a penny and realizing you just handed over your kid's college tuition. Ouch. But hey, silver lining, at least your barista is retiring early. Now, let's talk about how to identify if your penny is the real deal. First, grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's camera to zoom in. Look for any unusual features, missing mint mark, weird textures, or strange lines. Next, check the coin's condition. If it looks like it's been through a garbage disposal, its value might drop. But if it's shiny and almost new, jackpot. And finally, get it authenticated. There are professionals who can verify your coin's worth and save you from heartbreak. Now, before you start rating your couch cushions, a little reality check. Finding $1 million penny is like finding a needle in a haystack. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. And even if you don't strike it rich, hunting for rare coins is a fun and surprisingly addictive hobby. Who knows? You might stumble on a different treasure along the way. Alright, let's wrap this up. If today's video got you excited about checking your change, give it a thumbs up. And if you're ready to learn more about rare coins and how to make money from them, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more tips, tricks, and coin stories coming your way. Oh, and don't forget to drop a comment below. Who knows? Maybe one of you has a hidden treasure sitting in your pocket right now. You're at the gas station, digging through your pockets to find change for that late-night snack, and boom, you spot a 1988 penny with a little D mint mark. Could this humble coin be worth millions? You bet it could. Today, we're diving into the 1988 D Abraham Lincoln penny, what makes it so special, how you can spot one, and why it's making collectors lose their minds and their wallets. The 1988 D penny might look like any other penny to the untrained eye, but trust me, it's anything but ordinary. The reason it's so valuable? It all comes down to a tiny detail, the reverse side of the coin. You're looking for a transition variety. This means the coin was struck using a reverse die meant for the next year, 1989. Specifically, the FG initials, yes, those tiny letters near the Lincoln Memorial, are the giveaway. Here's the kicker, most people don't even notice this detail. It's like finding a golden ticket in your chocolate bar. Only instead of chocolate, it's copper. And instead of Willy Wonka, you get a coin dealer offering you a small fortune. So how much are we talking? Well, the highest recorded sale of one of these bad boys was in the $1 million range. That's right, folks. A penny worth $1 million. Sure beats using it in a gumball machine, right? Now, let me tell you a story. A few years ago, my buddy Dave, a regular guy, loves barbecue and dad jokes, was cleaning out his junk drawer. He found an old penny, thought it looked a bit odd, and decided to Google it. Long story short, he walked into a coin shop and walked out with a check big enough to buy a new car. True story. Dave still texts me random pictures of pennies asking, "Is this another jackpot?" Spoiler, they're usually not, but hey, you never know, how can you find one of these gems? First, grab a magnifying glass. Seriously, you don't want to squint too hard and miss that FG detail. Then, check your old jars of coins, your car's cup holder, maybe even your couch cushions. Don't underestimate the power of loose change, and if you're wondering where to sell it, there are online auction sites like eBay, but I recommend going to a reputable coin dealer or attending a coin show. The pros will know exactly what you've got and give you the best deal. So there you have it. That 1988 D penny sitting in your change jar might just be your golden ticket. It's proof that sometimes, the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next person to turn pocket change into life-changing money. If you found this video helpful, or at least mildly entertaining, hit that subscribe button. I'm here to help you uncover the hidden treasures in your coin collection. And hey, leave a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or just want to share your favorite dad joke. What if I told you that the humble penny in your pocket could make you a millionaire? Sounds wild, right? Well, stick around because today we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2006 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. That's right, this little copper treasure might just be worth a fortune. And no, I'm not kidding. So grab your coin jars and let's get to it. You don't want to miss this one. The 2006 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and it's part of the Memorial Reverse series. For most of us, this is just another coin you might toss in a tip jar. But, as it turns out, certain versions of this penny are a collector's dream. We're talking about a specific type with a rare error or condition that can fetch big bucks at auctions. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this penny so special? It's all about rarity and condition. Some of these pennies were struck with errors, like double dies or off-center strikes. Others are valued for being in pristine condition, what the experts call MS-67 or higher, basically, a penny that looks like it just rolled off the press yesterday. Here's the kicker, a 2006 D Lincoln penny in top-notch condition can sell for thousands, and in some rare cases, even reach the $1 million mark. Yup, you heard that right. A single penny could potentially change your life. Who knew hunting for spare change could be so lucrative? Now, let me share a quick story. A friend of mine, let's call him Dave, was cleaning out his car and found a handful of pennies under the seat. One of them caught his eye because it looked unusually shiny. He didn't think much of it but decided to check its value online. Turns out, that penny was a rare 2006 D in near-perfect condition. Long story short, he ended up selling it for over $5,000. Not quite $1 million, but still, not bad for a coin he almost vacuumed up. So how can you spot one of these valuable pennies? First, check for the D Mint mark, located just below the year on the front of the coin. Then, take a close look at the details. Is the coin in excellent condition? Are there any unusual features, like doubling or misstrikes? If you're unsure, a magnifying glass or a coin microscope can be your best friend. And if you think you've struck gold, or copper, in this case, consider having the coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. It's worth the investment. Here's another pro tip: don't clean your coins. I know, it's tempting to make them shiny, but cleaning can damage the surface and significantly lower their value. Let them be their authentic, aged selves. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 2006 D-Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Who would have thought a simple penny could be worth so much? The next time you're digging through your change, give those pennies a second look. You might just find your ticket to a millionaire lifestyle. Alright, stop what you're doing because I'm about to blow your mind. You may want to take a seat, but no, seriously, take a second and look at your pocket change. You could be sitting on a small fortune. You ever thought your change might actually be worth more than the soda you just bought with it? Well, brace yourselves, because today we're talking about a penny, yes, a penny, that could be worth millions. Sounds too good to be true. Stick around, because I'm about to make you rethink how you see that jar of loose change you've got at home. If you've been wondering how to make money from your coins, you've landed in the right spot. So, let's dive into one special penny you won't want to toss aside ever again. You ever have one of those days where you think you're just gonna find a regular penny and move on with your life? Well, on the other hand, maybe you found a penny in your couch cushions and thought, just another 1-cent piece. But what if I told you that one of these pennies is so rare, it could potentially change your life? Enter the 2013 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Yep, you heard me right. And trust me, it's a lot cooler than it sounds. Now, before you go running to your pocket change, let me explain what's going on with this penny. In 2013, the US Mint made a mistake, and they forgot to put a mint mark on certain pennies. Now, normally, a penny would have a small D or S to indicate which mint it came from. But some pennies in 2013 came out without any mint mark at all. And that tiny little mistake, it made these pennies super valuable. I mean, like, more valuable than your Starbucks addiction, no joke. Now, we all know how much people love a good, rare find, right? Think about it, back in the day, people were going nuts over Beanie Babies, and today, it's all about Pokemon cards. Well, this penny, it's like the Pokemon Charizard of pennies. It's the one everyone wants but can't seem to find. Because of that missing mint mark, this coin is now a rare gem that collectors are willing to pay thousands for. In fact, some of these 2013 no-mint mark pennies have been known to sell for upwards of $1 million. I know. A penny? Worth $1 million? Seriously? Yes, seriously. Let me tell you, it's not just about the coin itself, it's about how rare it is. Out of all the pennies that were made that year, only a small percentage ended up being mint markless. And collectors, well, they go crazy for that stuff. So if you find one of these, you've basically found a golden ticket. Forget Willy Wonka, this is your jackpot. Now, I know you're probably wondering, how do I know if I've got one of these rare pennies? It's a good question, and honestly, it's a little tricky. You have to be looking for that no mint mark clue. If you've got a 2013 penny, check it carefully. No mint mark means you're in the running for a big payday. But, and this is important, don't get too excited just yet, there are a lot of fakes out there. So be sure to get your coin professionally graded to determine its value. Now, I gotta be honest here. It took me a while to realize I had a valuable coin myself. I remember going through a bunch of my old pennies, thinking, yeah, they're all just, pennies. But then I came across one that looked different. I took a closer look, and guess what? It had no mint mark. After doing a bit of research and getting it graded, turns out, I was holding on to a little treasure. I was like, what? This ugly penny could be worth hundreds. Let me tell you, I definitely treated that coin like royalty after that moment. Moral of the story: check your pennies, folks. You never know when you might come across something that could make you a millionaire. But don't get too crazy, always do your research before you get too excited. Alright, if you're feeling inspired and ready to start searching your change for these rare coins, just remember to take your time, get your coins graded, and stay on the lookout for those 2013 no-mint mark pennies. I promise, there's a lot more treasure hiding in your pocket change than you think. And hey, if you want more tips on how to make money from rare coins, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got all sorts of tips and tricks up my sleeve that could help you turn your coin collection into a cash collection. Trust me, this channel is your one-stop shop for making money from coins. So, give that like button some love, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what coins you found in your collection. Until next time, keep searching those pennies, your fortune might be closer than you think. Have you ever dug through your spare change, hoping to find something valuable? Well, today we're about to dive into a penny that might just make you rethink that pile of loose coins in your jar. Yep, I'm talking about the 2017 Abraham Lincoln penny. If you're holding one of these bad boys, you might be sitting on a gold mine, like $1 million gold mine. Sounds too good to be true, right? Stick around, because we're about to break it down, the 2017 penny. It's not your typical penny. When you think about pennies, you probably think, oh, it's just a penny, it's barely worth anything. Well, that's where you're wrong. This little coin has some serious value. You see, the 2017 penny is part of a series of coins minted in 2017 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday. But here's the kicker, while most of these pennies are worth, 1 cent, a small number of these 2017 pennies have a mistake that makes them incredibly valuable. We're talking about a printing error that can turn an ordinary penny into a potential $1 million coin. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, how can a penny possibly be worth that much? Well, let me explain. Some of these pennies have a flaw, specifically, they feature a unique, almost imperceptible doubling in the lettering of Liberty and In God We Trust on the obverse. That's the front of the coin for all you non-coin geeks out there. This double stamp isn't just a mistake, it's a rare phenomenon, and as you can imagine, rare equals valuable. The market for error coins has been heating up for years. In fact, this specific 2017 penny could fetch you over $1 million if it's got that error. I know, it sounds wild, but it's true. This little penny could put you in the history books, and in the money books. But don't run off to your nearest coin shop just yet. Here's the deal, finding one of these rare error pennies is no easy task. They're scarce, and spotting the error requires a keen eye and a magnifying glass, or even better, a high-quality camera lens. Let me tell you a quick personal story. I was once going through my own coin jar, don't judge me, I'm sure you've done it too. I thought I might find a nice old quarter or something. But instead, I pulled out a penny from 2017. My first thought was, what a waste of time. Then, I looked closer and noticed something odd about the lettering. I thought, could this be one of those error coins? Well, turns out, it wasn't. But that feeling, the excitement of possibly having struck gold in my change jar, that was real. It made me realize just how important it is to carefully inspect your coins. And that's what I want to share with you today. Don't just toss those pennies aside. You never know what treasures you might have. Keep your eyes peeled for these rare error coins, especially the 2017 Lincoln penny, because if you find one, it could be your ticket to a big payday. So, how do you check if you have one of these $1 million pennies? First, take a close look at the details around the word Liberty and In God We Trust. You're looking for that double image, that little extra stamp. It's a subtle thing, but once you know what you're looking for, it's hard to miss. Also, make sure you check the condition of your penny. The better condition it's in, the higher its value. So, no matter how tempting it is to toss your pennies in a jar to gather dust, treat them with care. Alright, so there you have it. A 2017 Abraham Lincoln penny could be worth up to $1 million, depending on the error and condition. But remember, you've got to keep your eyes sharp to spot the rare ones. And hey, if you find one, make sure you don't just spend it like any old coin. before you go rushing off to dig through your coin collection, do me a favor. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on more tips like this one. I'll be back with more hidden gems in the world of rare coins, and who knows? Maybe the next video will reveal even more ways to turn your change into a fortune. Let me ask you a quick question. What if I told you there's a penny worth $1 million sitting in your pocket right now? Sounds crazy, right? But it's true, and you're about to find out all about it. Today, we're diving deep into a very special coin that has a seriously high price tag, the 2018 mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny? $1 million? Yeah, right. Well, trust me, stick with me for the next 10 minutes, and by the end, you'll be checking your change like you're hunting for treasure. So, grab your magnifying glass, and let's jump into it. Let's talk about what makes this penny so valuable. I mean, it's just a penny, right? But not just any penny. The 2018 Lincoln penny is rare for a couple of reasons. Typically, a penny from 2018 might not be worth much, but a small number of these coins were made with a really rare minting flaw. That flaw is what's giving it such high value. If you've heard of errors in coin production, that's what we're talking about here. These coins have a little something wrong with them, and while that may seem like a mistake, to collectors, it's like finding a diamond in the rough. That's right, there's a tiny error on the 2018 penny that could make it worth a cool $1 million, so what's the flaw? It's all about the double die error. This happens when a coin is struck twice by the die during production, resulting in a faint but visible double image of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. And it's that slight doubling that turns an ordinary penny into an extraordinary one. In fact, some of these pennies have sold for as much as $1 million at auctions. $1 million for a coin you probably have laying around in your spare change jar. Pretty wild, huh? Now, don't go rushing to your piggy bank just yet. Finding this coin isn't exactly easy. It's rare. Really rare. But the good news is, if you know what you're looking for, it's possible. If you have a 2018 penny that looks like it has a double image, you might just have a gold mine in your hands. And even if you don't give up hope. There are other pennies out there worth a lot of money, and we're going to cover those in future videos too. Here's a personal story for you. I once found a penny on the street while I was running errands, and I remember thinking, this is just another boring penny. But something about it caught my eye. It had that shiny, new look, and I thought, hey, let's take a closer look. Turns out, it wasn't $1 million coin, but I ended up selling it for a pretty decent amount. It's crazy what you can find just by keeping your eyes open and taking a second to inspect a coin. And trust me, I'll never look at a penny the same way again. So, keep in mind that not every penny is going to be worth $1 million, but you'd be surprised how often people overlook rare coins that could net them a small fortune. That's why it's so important to check your change and know what you're looking for. Alright, folks, now you know about the 2018 mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny and why it could be worth $1 million. Pretty exciting stuff, right? So, here's your challenge. Go grab your coin collection or dig around in your pocket change. Start looking for those rare coins. You might just strike it rich. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got a ton more tips and tricks coming your way on coins that are worth way more than you think, and I don't want you to miss out. And hey, if you find $1 million penny, don't forget to send me a thank you card. I'm kidding, sort of. Thanks for watching, and remember, you might just have a fortune in your pocket right now, so keep looking.